So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to express my gratitude for invitation to deliver speech in this conference of distinguished community of scientists in field of electronics. Actually, personally, I have the only one touch to electronics when I touch my cell phone. My education is, I'm a lawyer. At the moment I work at the Division of Strategic Analysis and Research at NATO Energy Security Center of Excellence. But since we have interest in energy security, which is directly connected to energy efficiency, I hope that I will contribute with some ideas or aspects which will initiate your activities in future to work for particular end users. So actually I am representing really the consumer part of the society for which you are working. And I would like to present a little bit different approach than it was presented before my speech. I will talk on energy efficiency and what is important for armed forces at the moment. Some main points in my speech. I will present in short NATO Energy Security Center of Excellence, what kind of institution is the center, why NATO cares about energy security and in particular energy efficiency. Then I will present our view to energy efficiency, and finally we'll present some practical examples. How do we go towards energy efficiency and how your community could contribute to those efforts. So our center is quite young one. It was established in year 2012. Initially there were just 6 countries. Lithuania as framework nation, and the center is located in Lithuania at the moment. Other countries, Estonia, Italy, France, Latvia, Turkey, as sponsoring nations. What is important for us, we are granted the status of international military organization, our center in particular, and activated by North Atlantic Council in year 2012. Then inaugurated by Secretary General of NATO in year 2013, and so on and so on. What is let's say more relevant to this topic? We are not just young, we are quite small. At our center we have 10 experts and, well, 12 including director and deputy director who are representing the center as the highest level representatives. What is the NATO role in energy security? In year 2014, the Wales Summit Declaration identified 3 main areas in which we work as institution having expertise. The first one, raise awareness on energy development within security implication. I will not go in details with this, the second one is more relevant to the topic: enhance energy efficiency in the military, and with some contribution to environmental protection, which is at the moment very popular. Contribute to develop knowledge to support protection of critical energy infrastructure. So the second one is more important. Now, just few points to underline. First of all, NATO isn't an energy agency. That's why NATO doesn't work directly in energy efficiency related issues like critical energy infrastructure protection. We just contribute by knowledge, sharing knowledge, educating entities, contributing to exercises, and so on and so on. In terms of enhancing energy efficiency, we have a little bit more space, and there is a science and technology organization within NATO. Perhaps you already have heard about this. This organization is an entity which can contribute to funding of scientific researches which contribute to military needs. And why NATO should care about energy efficiency? We have at least three main groups of arguments. The first one, strategic level, it's not so much relevant to the topic of this conference, and it's much more global, like increasing role of energy in international relations with implied security implication. Would you like an example? Let's say Lithuania knows for sure Druzhba pipeline issues when oil supply was cut to Lithuania, and we had huge impact at that moment. Next example, prices for gas. Again, for some period, Lithuania was paying up to 30% higher price for the natural gas than other European countries. So NATO doesn't order the particular nation how to act or how to behave, but NATO can support, for instance, support the country by sharing knowledge, implementing some policies together with particular country, and so on and so on. What is more relevant to our topic is operational and tactical level, and here we can feel how the practice is performing. First of all, we must realize that about 60–80% of resupply volume is fuel and water, and it limits sustainment alternatives. So fuel supply to operations, and we can find very complicated examples. For instance, about 60–65% of energy supply goes via marine routes. Marine routes which have so-called choke points, like Strait of Hormuz next to Iran. So NATO is attempting to protect free flow of goods on one hand in those critical areas, on the other hand in areas where direct illegal activities are going on, like next to Somalia, when piracy increased 6 years ago to a tremendous level. So NATO contributed to protect shipment in this area. Cost of fuel. It ranges from $4 for gallon to as high as $56 per gallon in operations in Afghanistan. You might ask, how can it happen? Doesn't market work in this area? No, because in some areas during operation the fuel must be delivered by helicopter, and it costs a lot. What is more important in this level, when we think that, well, techniques work and everything is okay, good. But when we come to a particular personal level, on average, one soldier died in every 24th fuel convoy in the US military in Afghanistan. During Iraq and Afghanistan conflict, about 3,000 troops died or were seriously injured just during convoying fuel. So it means that energy which is needed for, and energy I'm talking not only about fuel, but fuel is converted to other kinds of energy like electricity. Electricity is essential in desert where is plus 46-50 degrees Celsius. It's very difficult to survive for human beings. So cooling systems are running 24/7 and generators are running 24/7. So those systems require a lot of fuel. Tactical level, what we can identify, just interesting aspect. In World War II, which was just 70 years ago, 65 years ago, 1 gallon per soldier per day was used. Today, military armed forces, they need at least 20 gallons per soldier per day. So amount of energy required by equipment techniques has increased. That's why NATO cares about energy resources and energy efficiency. I will skip one part of presentation. I had a small cartoon movie, but I will just mention some aspects a little bit later. One of them, just an example. Well, maybe I will come to it a little bit later back. Well, energy efficiency. What is important to realize that energy efficiency can be reached via different means. Some of tools how to do this are technological ones, and this is your part of interest. Another part is so-called non-material or cultural aspects, which are very important. I can give you another example from operation in Afghanistan. Some scientists working in quite different area, but they were next to deployed armed forces in Afghanistan. What they noticed that some soldiers during the night, they went outside of the tent and were sleeping outside of the tent. Later they found out that someone, I think some senior officer, was in charge to set the cooling system, and he left the tent, and cooling system was running so long and so intensive that inside of the tent it was plus 12. Outside of the tent it was 35. So plus 12, it was worse for soldiers, so they left the tent and were sleeping outside. What does it mean? Actually, it means that management, energy management is one of issues which should be solved. In NATO forces, what is important, maybe not so much for you, but for us it is indeed, energy efficiency can be considered as the capability to use the minimum required energy providing the same military capacities. And a little bit later I will underline this, the same military capacities. It's crucial. We work not for the sake of saving dollar. We work for the sake of reaching the final task of operation. In other words, we work for the sake of soldier that he or she could come home after the operation. So increasing capability at the same time using less energy. This is our task. What is important? To achieve energy efficiency, we were working together with the Military Engineering Center of Excellence. By the way, I didn't mention. And in NATO community, there are 24 centers of excellence, and each center works in specific area of knowledge. Our area is energy efficient, energy security. There is military engineering COE. There are, for instance, in Norway, there is cold weather operations center of excellence, and so on and so on. And those centers are not under the chain of command of NATO, which is very important to underline, and later I will come to this. So energy efficiency, to achieve energy efficiency, there are three key principles should be taken into account: modularity, interoperability, and sustainability. Frankly speaking, it's very difficult at the moment to deal with a lot of management and marketing issues within military. Why? The idea is interoperability is the task achieving which we could connect devices of any country, any armed forces together. I can give you an example. During operation, British soldiers and soldiers of United States of America are deployed in the same area. Whatever reasons break the generator of British armed forces. British armed forces, they have the whole network which supplies the camp, but they don't have generator, but Americans do. So the main issue is interoperability, ability to connect these grids, to make them work together. And this is the real issue. Why? Because in civil life, marketing and competition brings to task make a little bit different, unique gadget. So this gadget could be managed just by one provider or supplier. in this regard, in military, we have to go towards interoperability, where Dutch soldiers could connect their cable to the generator of Great Britain soldiers, and so on and so on. So interconnectivity is one of main issues, and this is, I think, one of part of task of industry. Another aspect which was today already mentioned in part, I would like to underline this number. For fully equipped soldier, which goes to operation for 72 hours, he or she must carry about 8 kilos of different kinds of batteries. And it's difficult. Why? Because after 3 days, he or she must be resupplied somehow in operation, far away in dangerous environment. And can you imagine a platoon, dismounted platoon, brings 200 kilos of used batteries. So what is important for militaries? Now the technology allows to recharge batteries without direct connection, right? The soldier just sits into a hammer and all equipment is charging. The main question is whether British soldier will be recharged in German hammer or Boxer or other vehicle. So again, interoperability is the key issue. Since we have not so much time, I will present in short one of our projects which was developed during the last 2 years. In civil life, it's not it's no discovery or something like that. It's normal daily technology. But in military, it is something different. Our center launched the procurement of hybrid smart power generation system, and it was equipped with power management system at the same time. The system consists of two containers, standard C containers, in which all solar panels can be fitted. There are 2 wind turbines and 2 conventional diesel generators. And this system is equipped with batteries, 100 kilowatt hour storage, and management system. And this is just nice show, user-friendly interface. And what is more important is this: the generator is already given to Lithuanian armed forces, and we are working on schedule of testing and experimentation. But estimate workload should look like this. What is here? Here we have the grayscale, the time of working of the generator. The red line is the energy requirement or usage of energy, and the time scale. So in the morning, prior to breakfast, generator loads the battery, which is in green. And what is most important? First of all, with this system, we had 1 day test running. We noticed that fuel saving is about 25–30% fuel saving. What is very important, the generator runtime. What does it mean? Perhaps most of you, or at least some of you, had holidays in camps, resting in tents. And maybe some of you had pretty nasty neighbors who were celebrating birthday or whatever, so you can imagine the noise. Can you imagine the noise of generator, which is standing just 5 meters away from your tent and running 24/7? Trust me, yeah, soldiers, they are tough guys, but it's real annoying and exhausting. So the system and which allows generator run 3 times per day and can supply 100 soldiers. This particular system, it's something different. By the way, the system is going to be tested in any environmental conditions. It's very important for military. It's deployable. It can be deployed or constructed within 4 hours, so it's not so long time. Some data on fuel saving, but since I'm running out of time, some final sentences. First of all, energy efficiency, energy and transition is capability enabler. It reduces energy dependence, reduces logistic footprint. You remember those 3,000 soldiers which were convoying the fuel, reduces risk, costs, and this is not very politically correct, but reduce carbon footprint. Believe me, for soldiers, the main task is successful operation and way back home, not the environment, because if we start calculate what damage for the environment, create bombs, rockets, and so on, so the fuel isn't the main issue. Summing up, this year in Vilnius we organize conference and exhibition. It's called Innovative Energy Solutions for Military Applications. And we try to connect military, industry, and academia to call those 3 entities or areas to collect in one place, have discussions, and find solutions for innovative and efficient energy usage. So if you will have any questions, you can address to me during lunch. After lunch I will have to leave, so I'm sorry very much. But be sure that this is the best way to implement all your excellent work which you do as scientists. Why? Because here science meets the practice. So finalizing with this, here this is the real practical application of your knowledge, which is required by the way, most of funds which provide financing for scientific projects. So thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions.
Thank you.
No questions.
Absolutely clear presentation. No questions. Thank you very much.